Welcome to Let's Read Mobile, presented by the Boys and Girls Clubs of South Alabama. I'm Miss Carol, and I'd like to read for you today one of my favorite books, A Sick Day for Amos McGee. Amos is a zookeeper, and some of his best friends are animals. So let's see what happens. Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm clock clanged, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh, pressed uniform. He would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus. "Next stop, City Zoo," the bus driver would call. 6 a.m. right on time, he'd reply. Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and thought before making a move. He would run races with the tortoise, who never, ever lost. Sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy, and lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose. And at sunset, read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with sniffles and sneezes and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back again, and said, "Ugh, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his ponds and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat patiently, all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. The owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. Where is Amos? The animals wondered. And then later that day, I don't know if this ever happens, but they're all leaving the zoo. And there they are, waiting for that bus. An elephant on a bus. Have you ever seen an elephant on a bus? Hooray! My good friends are here. Well, they went to visit Amos at home while he was sick. The elephant prepared a game of chess, and Amos thought and thought before making a move. "I'm too tired to run races today," said Amos to the tortoise. "Let's play hide and seek instead." And the tortoise hid inside his shell, and Amos hid beneath the covers. Amos yawned. "I could use a nap." And the penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos's feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze, and the rhinoceros was ready with a handkerchief. "I'm beginning to feel much better. Thank you," said Amos to his friends, and he swung his legs out of bed. "Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea." So there they are, sitting around the table to have a pot of tea. Amos wound his alarm clock. "It's getting late," he said. "After all, we have a morning bus to catch." So Amos said good night to the elephant, and good night to the tortoise, and good night to the penguin, and good night to the rhinoceros, and good night to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning out the light. And they all fell asleep together as friends. Thank you for joining us today. And until next time, let's read, Mobile.